and Harmony family. I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life, infinitely. And what are we doing right now? Raising those frequencies. And what else? Raising those vibrations. Take that, take that. Take that good ass energy I'm sending and sprinkling all over you right now. You better catch it. And what are we going to do? Breathe in this good ass prana that is conscious with all. Let's go. Oh yeah, free to be. Beautiful, authentic, unapologetically. One more time. Deep down from the base of those spines. Yeah. Do a little jiggy with it. Deep down from the base of those spines. And get a little baila with it. And light up each and every one of those chakras as they are in total alignment with the ethers to bring beautiful manifestations into your life, into reality, just as a rainbow shows up in the sky. Let's go. Make it deep, make it beautiful. Let's go. Feels so good to be in the land of the living with praises and thanksgiving. Can I get a? Can I get a? Oh, 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 oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. There. Oh yeah. Now today, let's talk about why honoring commitments makes life more rewarding now. You know, and this is something that I honor within myself first now. You know, I am deeply committed to myself first now. And, you know, in being sincere and committed to myself, I am able to receive that from reflections of myself now. You know, I'm never saying one thing and vibrating at another now. You see, that's the thing with being in alignment. You can't say one thing and your vibrational frequency is channeling something totally different now, because what you're saying and what is being internalized to the quantum field will give you the results of what is happening within yourself if you're not conscious of yourself now. You know, and I live in a state of high vibrational frequency every day, you know, because I want, not I want, I choose to be in that state. I choose to live in that state now because I know how rewarding it is to live in that state, you know. And so I'm always committed to giving myself good energy and actually embodying it and transmuting it from my energetic field now. So it is always being reciprocated onto myself from others on that same vibrational frequency. And the web of life always takes from my vibration and gives me who I am now. So it is always returning onto the self who I am now, you know. And there was one point in my life where I was saying one thing, especially to my partner, and carrying the wrong vibrational frequencies, and I would say things and nothing would happen to me, because behind closed doors, or when I would be alone with myself, I would be carrying on a different conversation within myself, and transmitting a different vibrational frequency out into the quantum field, and having nothing returned in the way that I said it now, you know. And when I checked myself, I wasn't sincere with what it is, with the words that I was putting out and the feelings I was having. And it is then that caused me to change my vibrational frequency to align with my words now, my actions and my deeds, you know. I'll give you an example. Now, a couple of weeks ago I mentioned that I was privy to eat from a far neighbor's fruit tree free for 3 months. He didn't even bother himself. He was like, pick up whatever you want. You can go with all, And at the point in time, I didn't have anything to give back to him now. And I made a commitment to myself since that his fruit was providing me nutrients, and he didn't have a problem with it. And I made a commitment to myself that anything that I become abundant with, that he would be one of the people that I return the same generosity, genuinity, the same love unto him now. And I have been doing this. And every time I show up there, now that the fruit tree has stopped bearing, and I bring something for him, he just tell me, what I do to deserve all this? And I tell him, I say, just for the simple fact that you just let me eat from your space, not that I am having, eat from my space too now, and it puts a big smile on his face. And I rather that than to not be committed to what it is I set out to do now, and isn't being committed to myself. My life is always rewarding unto myself now. I don't say one thing and do another now. Or say something to keep somebody in a bracket, so that if something don't happen, you still have them in a bracket. No, I'm always committed to my truth. and being authentic with myself in every way now. You know, not having others in a state of not trusting me, you know, and it's because of commitment. I am trustworthy. And this goes on in my relationships, my friendships, my family life, my business, and any goal that I set for myself now. You know, I am committed to it. I don't procrastinate. I don't make excuses. I don't do none of those negative things. You know, I go for it in every present moment. And there is sacrifices that made with with commitment. There are sacrifices to be made, because you can't get what you want from up front and not be committed to returning it back to the space that you get it from up front. So I'll give you another example. Back then, when I didn't know how to manage my money and spend it on all kind of dotishness now, I used to borrow money from my mother, and she would lend me it. And the reason for she lending me it is because she knew I would pay it back. And I used to borrow money from her. And that too was a downfall for me, because when I borrow money from her, when I got money, I had to pay it back, which means it would have been less on me, you know, and some way down the line I had to borrow it again. And I sat at myself and I watched the pattern that I was creating for myself now. And I say, you know what, if I have enough patience to wait for the things that I want, when I get the money, I wouldn't be losing as much when I come to having for myself now, you know. And I had to make a sacrifice. And the last time I borrowed money from my mother, I made a huge sacrifice. And that was staying without what I wanted at the point in time, to now create space, to be patient, to give myself all that I needed when I had gotten the money now. And that made a huge change in my life. Now I don't borrow money from nobody, because I made the sacrifice, so I don't have to not have for myself now when I really need it the most, you know. And it's true, sitting and observing my life and seeing why things wasn't working out the way it was back then, and now creating solutions that I had to make sacrifices for it to be fluent in my life now. and committed to for myself, so that I don't get myself in a position to be worried about the outcomes now. You know, and that is why honoring commitments is a good thing, is a good virtue to have now. You know, because instant gratification does bring hell to your life now. When you want something now and you don't have the patience to wait for it, and you didn't put your priorities first by making sacrifices for yourself and your life and being committed to that, there's always reap the consequences of that now. You know, and I just always say the universe had nothing to do with that. The universe just says, I'm going to watch you and say, all right, this is the choice you make. This is the consequences because you didn't look at that coming at you. You understand? I always say you didn't predict that coming at you, or you didn't take the time to go within and find out the answers for you. You understand? Okay, abracadabra. So who do you think the universe is? It is in each and every one of us. What you put out is what it gives back to you. So don't blame the universe, or don't say the universe, this, that, and the other. You understand? When is you doing you? And not honoring your commitments and carrying the wrong vibrations to the quantum field. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, because let me tell you something, living authentic unto yourself and with others, honoring your commitments to yourself and others, just give you rewards, because you're truthful unto yourself now. It is the highest version anyone can give to themselves. Because what happens is that you meet beautiful reflections of yourself. You know, I have a saying that I grew up with. What you give unto yourself, do what do unto others as you would like them do unto you. And that, in this present moment, stick with me. You understand? And that raises my vibrational frequency to this day. More positive, more committed to being the greatest version I am. And not wavering, not manipulating, not twisting, not controlling the outcome, not trying to go before what God has for me. But trusting the process for my life and being sincere with all the commitments I have for my life and for others who will do the same. my life. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, it is beautiful to be sincere in your commitments, because there's only rewards to reap when you match your words and actions vibrationally. I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. Please tap that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with someone who needs to hear this, because being sincere in your commitments will always give you the best results, and you don't have to be worried or looking over your shoulders when your commitments are authentic and in alignment to the truth of who you are. Once again, I am infinite abundance. Yeah! Exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. To have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, wonderful, amazing day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Just as you are, being sincere in your commitments and bringing beauty from reality from your heart to show up as blessings, breakthroughs, and miracles for your life in every way you are. I love all of you. High vibrational. Yeah. 5D New Earth Stars.